Hey guys, it's Sam. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be testing out a new foundation. It's definitely new to me. It's pretty new to the makeup world. I was looking to buy the new MAC Spring collection. The video for that should already be up on my channel. I will link it here and link it down below so you guys can check that out. I'm going to haul all of the parts of the collection that I picked up. And while I was on MAC's website, I kept seeing so many like advertisements for their new Studio Fix Tech Cream to Powder Foundation. So this is like a new updated, better version of their original Studio Fix Powder Foundation, which was like my first ever foundation that I wore in high school. I actually did a video again on my channel where I did my makeup using all of the same products I used in high school. I know a lot of people still really like the original not Fix Plus, Studio Fix Powder. But I wanted to try the new one out because for me, I don't wear a lot of powder foundations. I am more prone to the liquid foundations. I also don't have very many cream foundations. So this will be quite interesting. So I picked up this shade NC20. I'm hoping this will work for me. I used to be NW20, but it was recommending this for me. So we're gonna go with it and hope that it works out okay. It is in virtually the same kind of a container that the old one was, other than it is silver. And it is a cream product, and then the little sponge is underneath. So once again, the one thing that they do say is just make sure you keep it really tight so that it stays like moist and it doesn't dry out. So I'm going to read to you guys a little bit about what the key claims are for this product, and then we're going to try it out. So like I said, I got the, what did I tell you guys? I got the shade NC20, which is a, light beige with neutral peachy undertone. So I'm hoping that I'm okay for that. Although today I'm looking a little more pinky underneath than I normally do. It is $43 for the foundation. That's about in line with like a lot of other higher end foundations. And it basically says it's a tri-system blend of water, emollients, and powder, glides onto the skin as a soft, creamy emulsion with a lightweight, transformative texture. The innovative sweat and humidity resistant formula provides medium buildable coverage, allowing for a true to skin shading from very light to very deep in a natural matte finish. Light diffusing properties soften lines to create a fresh, flawless texture for all skin types. This formula also delivers immediate and long-term moisturization with 12-hour wear and won't cause acne. So it's available in 42 shades, so that's very all-inclusive for any different skin tone that you might be, like they say, from very fair up to very dark. So it's claiming long wearing for 12 hours. I might not get 12 hours out of it today because it's already nighttime. I just kind of really wanted to try this out, but maybe I'll do like a wear test on my Instagram or something like that. It's color true for 12 hours, so you're not going to see any oxidization, any changing, non-caking, non-fading, sweat and humidity resistance, crease resistant. That's going to be a big thing for me because, as I've mentioned before, I have very expressive eyebrows, and for that reason I'm constantly doing this and I get this like really deep crease right down the middle that I always seem to crack foundation on. It provides immediate and long-term moisturization, does not cause acne for all skin types. They also have all of the ingredients listed on their website if that's something that you are interested in looking into, and it recommends that you apply with a sponge or a brush, blending and building to desired coverage level. So today I'm going to use a brush. I never use the sponges that they give, not since I was in high school. I just don't. I don't know what issue I have with that, but I like to put foundation on with a brush. So like I said, I'm hoping that this shade will be okay for me. There's only one way we're gonna find out. It sounds like it is very buildable, but also very lightweight. So it might be really good for me right now because, as you guys can see, I'm having some incidents. Like I'm having an issue all over my chin. So there it is right there. That color is actually not bad. It's a little bit more yellow than I think I would normally go, but it'll all depend on how that blends out. It's blending out okay. I'm not mad about the color change. Like I said, I am normally an NW20. Like anytime I've ever bought concealer or foundation from them in the past, it's always been an NW20, but I don't know. I've also been color matched there to an NC. My undertones all over the place. So first thing I'm finding, picking it up with a brush is kind of tricky because of the whoopsies texture that it is. It is very creamy, very soft, really easy to blend, I will say. And honestly, I feel like a little goes quite a long way. It's doing a really good job taking down some of my redness. And even though it said it had a matte finish, it's not like a dry matte, if that makes any sense. Like sometimes when I find that things have a matte finish, they're just way too matte. They almost make your skin look really, really dry. This, because it is still moisturizing, has that added effect. It might not have any, like, it's got a little bit of, like a bit of an illuminating property. Again, that could be because we're still wet right now. I am just going to use a beauty blender. It is damp, just to really blend out any brush strokes that I may have put in. So it did a really good job of taking down the discoloration down here. It says it's buildable coverage, so I might try and build up just that area a little bit more. Let's actually try it with a beauty blender and just see how I like that, if I like that a little better. Okay, so I will say that with a beauty blender, you're gonna get a lot more product, a lot more concentrated in one area, whereas with the brush, it's going to blend out to get a thinner coverage. So I guess it all depends on, you know, what kind of foundation you like to wear. Do you like a more heavy foundation, not heavy, full coverage foundation, or are you like me most of the time and like, you know, something really lightweight, something that's like your skin but better? Honestly, this is doing a bit of both. I think it looks really, really nice. I'm gonna get nice and close to you guys. It looks really nice on the skin. It's not getting cakey as it promised. I think the color is actually working totally fine for me, at least on camera. It looks pretty good. And I've done a bit of building in some areas. So in some areas where I don't need so much foundation, I just did that original thin layer. And then in other places, under my eyes, on my chin, evidently on my lip, and around my nose, I just went back in with a little bit more product just to give it a go. It feels completely like non-tacky, like it's already turned into that powder. It's very soft, completely weightless as of right now. I'm quite impressed by it. I really like it. I was worried how it might dry down as it turned into a powder, because sometimes that's when you get that like cakey kind of look. But I think it looks really nice, and even in some of the areas it's dried down, there's still a little bit of like a reflective quality to it, which is also nice. It means that it's not going to give you a completely matte kind of a look. Yeah, it's not really like creasing as of yet, but it's still pretty early on. So unfortunately with these videos, it's kind of like, this is all I can do for right now. I'm going to put on the rest of my makeup. I'm going to film a little bit more. And at the end of the night, like when I'm getting close to wanting to take my makeup off, I will come back and we will decide how this went. I really like that it's sweat and humidity resistance. It means it's going to be a really, really good foundation for summertime. This actually might even end up being a really good foundation for like my wedding or something like that, especially if you live in a hot or humid, and I don't live in a hot climate, but it gets really humid here in the summertime. So that might be a good idea. Or if you are, you know, an athlete or something like that, and you do, you know, want a little something, because I do get that. Like, I am not one to put any makeup or product on if I know I'm gonna be like running or working out or anything like that, but I do understand that for some people it is a confidence thing as well. And some people just like to look nice when they're working out. So that might be really good for this as well. It seems like it's gonna last a really long time. I know my Studio Fix powder lasted forever. Like, I got a whole face and there's like not even a dent out of the top. I'm really excited by this. I will check back in with you guys at the end of the day and let you know how it is wearing. Okay, so it's been a couple hours, and by a couple I would say 3 hours, maybe 3.5 or something like that. Like I said, I filmed this really late at night, as in I like started filming at, I don't know, like 9:30, so it's about almost 1 in the morning right now, so this is where we're at. How do I feel about the foundation? Honestly, I think I'm a fan. I went through a period about an hour ago where I wasn't too sure how I was starting to feel about it, because I thought that I noticed it had started settling. But I went and I looked again. I'm hoping that this is not so close that you guys can't see. It has done a bit of minor settling in some of my deeper pores, a little bit here as well. But to be honest, it's not that bad. And I have other foundations that do the same thing that I love. It's just the way that I don't know, my faces or whatever, and from a distance, it looks really great. It's not cakey, it's not heavy feeling, it feels so comfortable, it's not liquidy, it's not sticky, and as I touch my face, like none of it's wearing off on my hands or anything like that. I'm not seeing any wear in my normal area, which is right around here, also tends to separate on me around here. None of that is going on. The only other thing that I'm kind of like about, and it's not so much something you can tell, I should stop playing with my hair on camera because it gets messy. It's not something that you guys can probably tell so much on camera, because even as I'm looking in my viewfinder, it looks okay. I wonder if I got the right tone for me. It's a little bit more peachy yellow than I think I should have gone, even though like you guys are probably saying, Sam, it's beige with peach undertones. Of course, a little more peachy yellow, and again, it looks really good on camera, but in person, I'm looking at a mirror behind my camera. It's a little much, but I'm hoping that it's just because of the time of the year, and that hopefully in the summertime when I'm a little bit more tan, a little bit more dark, it'll blend better with the rest of my body. If not, this is definitely something that I would purchase again, just in my correct shade, because I do really like it. Like I said, I'm not a big cream foundation or powder foundation kind of person. I really do like liquid foundations, but for ease of use and ease of like travel, and if anybody is more of like a compact kind of foundation person, and also for ease of a touch-up, I don't ever tend to like travel around with makeup in my purse or anything like that, but this would be really good as a foundation if you were anticipating like it wearing at all, although because it is sweat and humidity resistant, I would doubt that that would happen. I wonder if that also means it's kind of waterproof. I'm gonna have to look into that. The other thing that I really, really like, because it is a cream to powder formula, you don't have to set it with a powder, so it feels lighter on your face. It's not as heavy, and that's one of the reasons that I think it doesn't get as cakey, because I did notice like where I put concealer as well as the foundation, it did change the texture a little bit, but like I said, I think that that also has something to do with the fact that there is kind of a thick layer of concealer, particularly on my chin where I was breaking out like crazy before. Definitely under my eyes, I'm seeing some creasing, but that could be the concealer. It might have nothing to do with the foundation, or it could just be a weird combination of formulas that don't agree with each other. I don't really know yet. I will have to continue to try and wear it and see how it goes. But off first impressions and at the end of this video, I can say that I give this 2 thumbs up. I really, really like it. I think it gives a really, really good polished finish, especially from like a distance. If you're kind of like, what's that word? Like analyzing it really closely, breaking it down, yeah, you might find flaws and problems, but I feel like I find that with every foundation. So I really enjoy this. If you guys are looking for a new foundation to try out that has any of the key claims that I listed earlier, definitely give this one a shot. I think you guys will really enjoy it. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below, what are some of your favorite foundations? Have you tried this foundation? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Do you agree? Do you disagree with anything that I've been saying? The only other thing I kind of noticed is that like where I've got some like little blonde hairs, it's a little bit more noticeable for me at least, but again, that could also be because the color is kind of off. If you're not already and you want to be, then subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye.